This game, tournament, and series is sponsored by ArtDesigners.ro, creating past, revealing future arts. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to game number 3 between AlexBjj and UCS, the deathmatch match in the best of 3 series. Game number 3. So it's 1-1. Whoever wins this one gets to take home the prize. I'm sorry, I got something stuck in my throat. Which is, well, let's just say not the most impressive sum of money, but very important to note that in the Romanian Starcraft scene, we don't have that many good players, but we do have people who want to be good. And considering that AlexBjj is the one that defeated Nightend to be in this final, you can't take anything away from him. And UCS, I have yet to see UCS's game. The first game UCS lost, fairly close. He did manage to apply early pressure, but failing at the end. Second game was pretty much a handout, let's face it, by AlexBjj. It was very risky. If he would have worked, it would have worked very efficiently, but it didn't, so it was pretty much a handout. It was failed cheese, if you will. And once cheese fails, you can rarely come back from that. So let's actually dive into this third and final game and see what happens. UCS is here to deny the expansion, thus forcing AlexBjj to go for the spawning pool. Very quick to adapt on the build. There it is, the extractor and the spawning pool, so immediately deciding to forget his early expansion build and to go for a speedling build. Here comes a drone, and there we go. Drone to take out the SCV. Meanwhile, the barracks is done for UCS. Will we see an orbital command? Come on with the orbital command. Drone running in there. Here comes the Marine. Here comes the Marine. Marine to deal with the drone, and this SCV is still running around being chased by this drone. Will this Predator actually manage to get a kill? Come on, Predator. Oh, you still need 2 more hits. And nope, this Predator is going to get transformed into a hatchery. Isn't that nice? First Marine is out, gonna probably go and take secure the Xel'Naga Tower, or try to... Where the hell is this Marine going? Oh! Spotting an Overlord. With this Overlord with 200 health, I doubt that he'll die. But very nice micro from USC. Running, shooting, but the Overlord will manage to get away. And there is also a drone at AlexBjj's in UCS's base. It's not gonna do that much because compared to Terrans and Protoss, you can't do that much with these things. So, oh, that Overlord actually fell, which is pretty huge because that means AlexBjj is supply blocked. Using an Overlord this early in the game is pretty huge, and that means that AlexBjj must pump out a new one. He already has, and stopping that Zergling attack. So very nice indeed. Come on, drone, morph into a hatchery. I want to see an in-base hatchery. Nothing so far. Nothing so far. Little bit of barracks. Again going for that Hellion harass. One early Hellion from the factory. Probably gonna switch with the reactor. And once that completes, a lot of more Hellions. However, this didn't work so well for him the first game. Let's see what happens the second game. Here comes the Hellions, gonna get spotted by those 2 Zerglings. Apparently AlexBjj thinks this is incredible. Yes, believe it or not, that was in Romanian. We do have a very similar word for incredible, only a little bit different in writing. But nothing as a sort. Production tab says Zerglings and 2 queens on the way. 1 queen is up, 2nd queen is up. No 3rd queen as of yet for AlexBjj. Very nice. Here come a couple of links to scare that Hellion. Will they get the kill? Because of the speed, they probably will. Hellion running that way, and no explosion. Explosion for the Lynx, so Lynx actually defending so far. USC is not doing the same kind of play he did last game. Last game he actually missed landing there. Oh, that is bad. A black star for you, UCS. Very black star for missing the landing on the tech lab. So no transition as of yet, strangely enough. No transition as of yet. There are a couple of links here. 4 Marines should be able to deal with the links, no problem. And yes, Starport and Armory. and factory with tech lab. Thor drop. Why not? What I was gonna say is that UCS is not doing the same mistake he did last game. Here, whoa, 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 I was missing Hellions. Hellions actually managing to run inside the base. Whoa, almost missed the Hellions. And shooting everything. Will they manage to get a couple of Harvesters killed? 2 Harvesters dead. Get some more Harvester kills before you die. I have no idea how many died there. And a couple actually, but not so many, because AlexBjj is still ahead in the Harvester count, securing a Spire. Very huge, very huge. It's gonna be Spire versus Thors. No medevac as of yet. The Thor is on the way. Medevac should be on the way really soon. I was gonna say that right now UCS is not doing the same mistake he did the first game, where he forgot to expand and in the end managed to mine himself out, which basically cost his game. Here come a couple of Lings trying to run in there. No possible way to run in there with all these Marines. However, Ling, this is a powerful combination against Terran, because hey, you can ground harass with the mutas, and you can air harass with the ground harass with the mutas, air harass with the speedlings. Yes, that makes sense, doesn't it? You can ground harass with the speedlings and air harass with the mutas. So here, this drone is strangely enough still here, still idling inside UCS's base. There is a Thor, so no Thor drop, no Thor drop. Raven out of all the strange things. Why a Raven? Probably to snipe off creep tumors? I don't know. Why a Raven? This is Thor Raven, ladies and gentlemen, the new build. Who would have actually guessed that Thor Raven is a viable build against Zerg? Personally, I don't think it's a viable build, but if I get proven wrong, I'll have a foot in my mouth. Whoop-de-doo. Another barracks on the way for UCS, and another Thor on the way, and a lot of Transatlantic CVs finally securing his second expansion. That means that the income will be fairly similar for both players. Roach War on the way, the Spire is complete, and will we see mutas? That is what I want to know. Will we see mutas? No, not any mutas as of yet. No, not securing mutas right now. And there's the Raven. Securing a lot of mutas right now would be very important. Thor's got scouted. Very important, because mutas could easily run the gauntlet inside the mineral line. If mutas don't clump up and you run like a magic box, the Thors won't do that much damage, and they'll be able to run inside the mineral line and just do the damage they need. And I do believe that a scan went down that saw the Spire, because turrets are going up, and there's Baneling, so we're gonna have Muta Baneling on the way. Not Muta Ling, Muta Baneling. Baneling's fairly good against Thors, not the best, but fairly good. They can do a lot of damage, and that's this is a very nice positioning of the barracks, completely blocking off this road, so nothing can run in here without it being preventively scouted. And it's also a production building. However, a little bit of miss micro from UCS. He's managed to supply block himself. Not good. And there's that Thor doing some little bit of damage to the Lings, just using those Thor's hammers, just plowing through everything. A lot of Lings now securing the high yield. And whoa, AlexBjj is actually going for a third, and probably gonna go for a high yield very soon. If UCS allows this, that means that the Zerg will have a much more powerful income and much higher reinforceability. Roach is on the way. Still, the Spire hasn't done anything, so the Spire could be just a bait UCS into using a lot of units. As you can see, he has a lot of Marines. Marines not that effective against Roaches, but the Thors will be effective against Roaches. Very effective against Roaches. 30 damage, yes, gotta love that. However, Roaches not to be underestimated. Oh, very nice. Spotting this expansion, 2 Ravens. Now I understand. Ravens would be fairly good against mutas because of the point defense drones. The point defense drones would have ultimately saved the army against the mutas attack, but that Spire was just a bait and switch. And here comes UCS on the attack. Will he die? Because right now he's gonna get surrounded by AlexBjj, and here come Roaches, and here come Lings, and everything is surrounded, right now. UCS not in a very good position. Oh, losing both Thors, laying down a couple of missile turrets, but but not gonna do so much. All these roaches are losing all the lings, but all these roaches just melting everything away. And now just gonna run inside. We do still have a Thor here, a bunker, 2 bunkers with a couple of marines, no marauders to speak of. Production tab says there is 1 marauder on the way. There was another raven on the way. I suppose ravens could easily lay down a lot of missile turrets, but I don't know how good will they be. And here comes this attack. Not good. AlexBjj is completely caught out of position right now because he's being shelled by the Thor. 1 Thor goes down, and these 2 bunkers are taking their damage on the roaches, taking another Thor. So huge casualties in terms of income. As you can see, the units lost 10. Strangely enough, still favoring UCS, but losing a lot of units. Right now the greatest asset UCS has is those auto turrets, because they are free units, free damage, free units. As long as he has energy. He has 3 ravens at the moment. Did he actually research the raven energy? No, he has not increased the raven energy. He needs to do so, or else he'll find himself in a very bad position. There was a little bit of Muta harass trying to snipe off this, and here come a couple of links trying to run in here. Not so well. Mutas are now really be used as their full effectiveness, can easily run in here and do a little bit of damage. This drone is still this is boss drone. This is boss drone. This actually is a predator. This drone's been staying in UCS's base for the entire game. Right now, if you look at the income, UCS is probably behind. That he is in the harvester count as well. He is only on 1 base and a half, if you will, because his main is almost mined out. Gonna try and secure a 3rd pretty soon, laying down another barracks, while AlexBjj is securing his 3rd and 4th. Still not opting to go for high yield, because the high yield on this map at the end of the day is in a very, very vulnerable position. It can get easily sniped. So there's a drone running in here. What? The drone? What are you doing, boss drone? What is the drone doing? No! The drone will die, and here come the Mutas taking out a lot of SCVs, and all these SCVs are gonna die. Boom, 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 boom. Look at the harvester count. Get ready for the harvester count to shift. Get ready. Are you ready to see that shift change? There we go. 37. 10 harvesters just getting plowed there, and now the Mutas are inside the main, and they can do a lot of damage. UCS is completely unprepared for this, and here comes the Thor. The Thors are gonna have to run by. Here come the ravens. Here come the ravens. Oh, Hunter-Seeker missile. Hunter-Seeker missile. If the Hunter-Seeker missile would have made it, it would have done a lot of damage. But the Hunter-Seeker missile is not gonna make it. Mutas have done their part. As you can see, units lost tab favoring AlexBjj, and right now he has full map control, full air control. He needs to get these 2 bases working. That's what he needs to do at the moment. If we look at the income tab, he's still ahead, but soon his income will fall because his main base is done. And here comes a little bit of a fighting, a little bit of exchange situation right here. UCS moving on the left side. AlexBjj actually falling back on the right. UCS needs to take out the expansion, needs to stop AlexBjj from amassing armies. And now AlexBjj is actually gonna run inside, and whoa, because of the he needs to run because of the Muta speed. He can actually do a lot of damage. Roaches, and here comes the Muta magic box. It's clumping up. All the Mutas are gonna die. No! Oh my god, Hunter-Seeker missile inside the Mutas. Hunter-Seeker missiles inside the Mutas. Oh, Hunter-Seekers inside the Mutas, and all the roaches are gonna burn to the to the Thor power. All those Mutas dying to 1 Hunter-Seeker missile. That was horrible for UCS. That was an incredible play for horrible for AlexBjj. Incredible play for UCS. Great Hunter-Seeker missile. Now this base is gonna fall. There's nothing. Production tab says we do have 10 lings and 5 roaches. 5 roaches and 10 lings not gonna be able to deal with this. UCS is pushing forward, and that means that I think that this is GG. He has nothing to deal with this. He has still a lot of roaches. Let's see, the unit size 23 roaches. He should be able to deal with this if micro correctly, but however the Thors do a lot of damage. And here is a very nice play. There are the auto turrets, the free units that I was talking about, and all these roaches being buried. A burrow would have been a great strategy right now for UCS, but no, AlexBjj is gonna lose this. I don't see him coming back. Reinforcing units running across the map. Only a couple of links here. AlexBjj is forcing his way, and now the Thors are actually gonna try and shoot down some Overlord. I'm not gonna supply block, but AlexBjj calls the GG, and that means that our ArtCraft winner is UCS. AlexBjj, the one who defeated 9N in the best of 3 series, is the one to lose the final, but take nothing away from him. Brilliant Muta play, but that Hunter Seeker missile was just sneaky and exploding and boom and epic. And thank you guys for watching. I'm so glad to have cast this game and this series, and I'll see you guys next time.